trail.
There's the church.
Yeah, Dick said you can see the church, but I don't see the house.
Ese. Dios, que estaba bien alumbrada. ¿Puede llamarle a la señora?
Okay.
Hasta aquí.
Yo creo que es esa. Sí. No. ¿Puede llamarle? No, está habitada.
Le podemos preguntar si conocen dónde.
Ajá. Puede llamarle a la.
Le voy a preguntar aquí a ver si sabes.
Sí, por favor.
Qué gusto verlos por acá. ¿Ah? ¿Cómo va? Bien. ¿Todo bien? Todo bien. Hola.
Y este es nuestro hijo menor, que nunca estaba.
Ah, sí. A él no lo conocía, no lo he visto.
Él no estuvo en la reunión. Puedo hablar poquito. Él no estuvo en la reunión de los santos.
No.
¿Hablas inglés?
Mañana déjense invitar a un ceviche, venga acá a visitarme.
Bueno, pues.
¿Ah?
Tenemos ya mi invitación para el desayuno.
Ya, ¿y a qué hora vendrían a verme?
No. Tengo lugar. Este es un club. Everybody knew everybody in my age.
So you and Dick just consider you just cousins?
So we were distant cousins. That's all I've always said. I've never tried to figure out what level.
Yeah.
We could, but I never did.
Yeah.
And we became friends since I was a little kid. Like I said, I played war in their backyard. They used to take me to their dad's work at the club there in Malek.
Oh wow.
And stuff like that. And ever since when they come to the States, they visited us a couple of times, and when I've come here, we always visited them. In fact, in 68, when the first trip Mom ever took here, when Joey was just born, we stayed at his mother and father's house.
All right.
That's where I told the story that when Mom came back from Bahia, where there's no electricity all day, and she had to take Joe to my uncle's house to give him a bath because there was no hot water.
Yeah, I heard you saying that story about.
Yeah. So when we got to his folks' house, back to Guayaquil, Mom thought we were in heaven. And Mom was a trooper. She certainly was a trooper. First time that I realized that I was really different was here. I came to spend a summer here after graduating from high school, and I'm walking around the street, There was a big bunch of people there, and they were having a fight. A guy that was getting beat up by the brothers of a Viteri family member, because this guy, who was from we considered the common people, was dating the guy's sister from a Viteri level. So the boys were beating him up. So I'm walking around seeing trying to what happen, and I was taller than most people. All of a sudden I hear somebody say, "Careful, he's one of them." That was the first thing that hit me, that they saw me differently. And I was one of them. I have to say it, and to me anyway, my family, our families are oligarchs. You know, they have power, they have resources, and they control a lot of the things that are going on in their lives. They own businesses, and they think that they're the ones that can, you know, run everything because they've been educated and they have the resources. And then some people take advantage of them, like the Russian oligarchs. I have to watch myself for the sin of pride. Proud to be from Ecuador. And because it made me different. So I could speak Spanish, I could speak English. I was Catholic, and when I was younger, you know, the Catholics were looked down upon, but I always felt that made me different.
Cuidado con Bonzo. Bonzo.
¿Y ahí vivo?
Yeah.
Yo vivo conforme con mi suerte, como dijo el pasillo ecuatoriano, ¿no?
Sí.
Señor, sí estoy conforme con mi suerte. Porque amargarme o deprimirme, pues es por gusto, ¿no? Porque no hay otro camino.
Yeah.
Tengo 87 años. Tú tienes 88.
Tú eres chico,
Como David.
Home to me is where you are with your family. That's home. And I guess I had to come up with that because here I was living in Colombia, enjoying Colombia, but that was our home. That's where our family was. The same thing in Mexico, when we lived in Mexico. That was our home. So I was home. I felt at home because culturally I could integrate.
When I think about Grandpa Santos and that question, I would think Ecuador.
Yeah. My dad lived in tension. Now that tension is gone when he died. And his tension was when he was here, he wanted to be in the States. When he was in the States, he wanted to be here.
Because Grandpa loved, I mean, he lived in the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so it wasn't,
He wanted to be there.
he wanted to be there. It wasn't that he had
He
to be
always had
there.
the desire to come back. Yeah, I've named after him, except he used the Atanasio name, not the Jose part. See, J, and he used the Atanasio name, not the Jose part.
That's your grandfather.
That's my grandfather. He's the one that had the neurasthenia. So And then over on the other side,
1865.
yeah,
She's right. Grandma.
Mother and father and brother.
Uncle. Our uncle.
and this is the other sister of my brother, my father, Teresa. That's where Teresa comes from.
Mm.
She never married, lived with her mother and sister all her life, and she lived the longest of the two. I used to enjoy coming when we lived in Colombia. I would stop off here. I'd do my business during the week, and I could spend the weekend here. Good memories, like the ceviche, with chifles and beer, conversations with Leonardo. And so I always had felt that connection with Ecuador. Then my brother was completely different because he was born in the States. So he felt more American. And I don't think he had good memories of Ecuador because of his brother dying here. And I guess he used to get in trouble sometimes. So I think my father invited him to join the Navy. And he's the one that recommended to me that I join the ROTC and become an officer at Notre Dame. And he's always been that way. He's always very patriotic. But he would come, we'd come together, we made trips together with Aunt Mary Ann and Mom. And so that's why I was born here. My brother was born there. My other brother was born here in Bahia.
Para mí ha sido un gusto tenerlo.
Gracias.
Una maravillosa experiencia.
A veces te veo ahorita y no lo puedo creer que estoy aquí. Espero pues que las futuras generaciones continúen
Lo hagan.
los nexos, que no se pierda.
No sé.
Como dijo el Papa Francisco, no se olviden de dónde vinieron. Primo, hasta luego. Nos vemos.
Si Dios quiere. Chao.
Te quiero mucho.
Yo también. Yo también te quiero, Pepe.
Por la memoria.
Chao.
Yo te la recuerdo.
And I think that make them more happy to know that. Because they come find me.
Yeah.